Before we start talking about self control and the practical ways of implementing and exercising self control in life, I think it becomes necessary for us to first understand what is a freedom and what is slavery. And it is very much necessary that we actually understand the clear definition of these two terms, because that will help us in understanding self control. So when I say freedom, it is always that, freedom is something that I can do whatever I want and there is nobody to stop me. And slavery, on the other hand, we always treat it like, we are listening to someone, or we are obligated to someone, or we do not do what we want to do or what our heart desires to do. Now, I want all of us to just think about this concept properly and in depth. So, going by this definition, now if I start doing whatever my heart starts saying, that, you know, just sit, grab a packet of chips and just eat, drink Coke, because your heart says so, just do it. That is your freedom. But going by the definition again, if I say slavery is something like, the real life discipline preaches me not to eat junk, not to think negative, in fact, but that is kind of, very strict in terms of disciplining myself. And so I am a slave to all these thoughts and I'm not living my life. Now, if I think in these terms, do you think I'm really wise? I'm sure you will say that I am thinking so bad and I'm thinking so different. And this is the mistake that we are really doing. We are, trying to mix up the concepts so badly in our mind. And finally, it's kind of, we are goofing up in our own thoughts. And so it is very important for us to understand the true meaning of freedom and slavery. So now let us unlearn a few things that we think was right, and now let us understand what is the true definition of freedom and slavery. So freedom is doing what is required of me in life, and slavery is something that I am just giving away myself to my heart desires, to my whatever that comes to my mind and I'm doing. That is slavery, because I am not conditioning my mind. I am not trying to actually sit with myself and tell that this is wrong, this is right. So that is a form of slavery. I'm just listening to my heart. I'm just listening to all the whims and fancies that my mind is telling me to do, and that is slavery. And freedom is self-discipline, self-control. So yes, we need to first of all just make it very clear in our minds that the way we think and the way we have some concepts in our mind matters a lot when we want to achieve something in life. Like right now, if I want to achieve that highest level of self-control, then obviously I need to make certain things very clear in my mind. This clarity of thought alone will make me understand the true importance of self-control, and yes, the ways in which I can implement it becomes more easy for me in life. Hi, I am Vaishnavi and my channel is Homemaking Motivation, and apart from showing you guys how to keep the house clean and organized, I also talk a lot about the mental health aspect of all of us. So in case you are interested in such kind of content and you're new to this channel, then do consider to subscribe to my channel, and if you're already a part of this community, please welcome back to the channel. And yes, let us start today's video. And as the title suggests, it is about self-control and the most easy and practical ways in which we can implement self-control. Let's start it. Religion, in my opinion, is very important in our life, because just like as we set out for a particular destination, and although we know the route a little well, but still we depend on the GPS just because we want to ensure that we do not get misled in between. So religion in our life is just like that GPS. We need it because it gives us an outline of how life should be led, what is good in life, what is positivity, how you can regulate yourselves from certain things and keep yourself safe, and also The key to lead a peaceful life is all given in the scriptures. It's only up to us how we use it, no matter which religion you belong to. But if you stick to your religion, if you stick to the values of your religion, you will be able to exercise a certain amount of self-control, because these scriptures are written by the supreme souls who have understood life and who know what is life and how it needs to be led. And of course, when we are in the right path, we get the confidence and we know for sure that whatever we do, we are doing it with a conviction that yes, I am leading myself on the right path. And for me personally, as a Hindu, I believe a lot in the power of the mantra chanting. Yes, it is very important. Self control is a skill, and you can develop such things with the power of mantra chanting. So yes, it's a regular thing in my life. I believe a lot in the power of words, and these pure words, these highly elevated positive words in life can actually bring about a change in the way I think. And personally speaking, whenever I face challenges, or whenever I have doubt in my mind, or I know for sure that I need some extra guidance in my life to take a particular decision, or to just be productive for that matter, I always depend on the mantra chanting. It literally gives me a power, a kind of highly elevated energy, which literally guides me in the right way. So yes, for me mantra chanting is very important, and it really establishes the kind of self control. Whenever I'm in a doubt, I sit, I chant, and through chanting many a times I get clarity in my thoughts. So yes, this has certainly helped me in a lot of self control. Like even when I feel that maybe I'm taking a wrong decision, or maybe I am falling a little weak in this particular area, or in these thoughts, and I need guidance, when I know that for sure mantra chanting is something that always helps me in thinking clearer, and having a better perspective about all the thoughts that's going on in my mind. Now, for sure, I will always differentiate religion and spirituality. I don't think both are same. Spirituality for me is kind of, knowing more about my inner self, while the religion gives me the outline of my life. Spirituality gives me an insight of all that I need to know about my inner self. So yes, spirituality is also one of the tool which can actually allow you to think better, and this alone always helps you in exercising the kind of self control. So yes, please depend on these two things in life. These are like the foundation, for anyone's life, religion and spirituality. It is something that just guides us in the right way, and always gives us a positive outlook towards life. And yes, as I said, for me personally, mantra chanting has always helped in building the kind of self control, and building the kind of clarity in thoughts. And spirituality, of course, which includes mindfulness, meditation, and thinking positive. All these things, just they are the ingredients that we need to create and establish self control in life. So yes, for me, religion and spirituality, obviously they help me in exercising self control in life, and they are important. When we talk about self control, it has got more to do with our choices and decisions. Yes, it finally ultimately comes down to this: what kind of decision I'm making, what kind of thought process is leading me to take such decisions. So I need to be wise, I need to make choices that will only help me. It is all about reasoning, it is all about logical thinking. So when I give the example of the chips and the coke, which is considered junk food and which do not really help me in having a good health, Obviously it is about the choices. So when I talk about diet, when I'm really thinking that no, I need to reduce my weight, I need to feel healthy from within, I need to have that feel good factor, I need to fit into the dresses which are no longer fitting me. So when I think about dieting and I know what I need, then I am wise enough to make choices. So, likewise in life, whatever may be the situation, when you know what is right and what is wrong, and again, I do believe that you cannot say something in a very established way that this is right and this is wrong, this is moral, this is immoral, this is ethical, this is unethical. Some things cannot be established in a very firm way. There are contradictions, there are at times, like for example the diet, that's the best example I would like to take. Even in dieting, sometimes we feel that, oh, what if I just keep on dieting, when am I going to enjoy my life, when am I going to really relish all the food that I want to eat, when am I going to have the freedom. Such contradictory thoughts will come, but it is at those moments that we need to be wise and make choices. We need to understand what is good for us. Now, if my goal is to achieve this much in this month, that is, I need to reduce this much weight in this month, then I need to be wise, I need to make a choice. So it all comes down to this: making wise choices, being wise. Now, if I understand this is wrong for me, I will obviously not go for it. And that alone will establish self-control in my mind. When I talk about self-control, sometimes we feel, oh, it is such a big task. It is a skill I need to just, try and learn in my life. Of course, yes, it is a skill. Of course, it just doesn't come naturally to everyone. Because there are temptations, there are negative thoughts that goes on in our mind. There are contradictory thoughts that go on in my mind. So when I battle with all these things and then come to a decision, obviously that requires skill, and that is self-control. So when you make choices, when you are wise enough to understand this is good and this is wrong, it is very simple for you to exercise self-control. All you need to do is tap on to your genius that's there within you, which says this is correct for you, this is wrong for you. Whichever makes you feel good, whichever makes you feel peaceful, that is good for you. Whichever makes you feel restless and doesn't give you peace, obviously it is wrong. So it comes down to this: make wise choices and you can exercise self-control in your life. I read somewhere the other day that if you practice a particular thing for 21 days, that is, if you repeat a particular thing for 21 days, it will become your habit. And yes, I have, sometimes I have really experienced it. Forget about 21 days, even if I do it like, constantly, repeatedly, it becomes my habit. It literally becomes my habit. It becomes something that I cannot live without. So when we know that this particular technique works in life, why not apply it for something good in life and something that is going to benefit us? So yes, always keep in mind that when it becomes a habit in you, it will not go away from you. So always cultivate good habits, always practice things that are going to benefit you. So when I say self-control, initially for me exercising can be a little difficult. For me dieting can be a little difficult. For me, in fact, taking firm decisions in life can be difficult. And yes, of course, personally speaking, I'm very impulsive. So when I realize that my impulsive behavior is not going to benefit me, then I should start practicing. I should start focusing on how not to be impulsive and how to stay calm, peaceful, and then take decisions. So yes, all these things will require practice, and once we practice it, it becomes a habit. So always try and practice good things. Initially, it is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. For example, the exercising part of it, I know it's going to be tough. For example, waking up early in the morning and running towards the gym, or maybe starting your day with meditation, and then taking care of your routine in the most productive way, staying mindful. All these things can be tough. It can look like, oh, I will not be able to do it. It has happened so many times. And it's like, I see my closet, which is a little messy, and I am so scared to even open it, because I know when I start cleaning it, when I start decluttering it, I don't know what all I have to, put my efforts in terms of, decluttering it, purging it, and all. So with that fear, sometimes I don't even go to open the closet. Sometimes I don't even go to clean my closet. But is it good? One or the other day, I have to tackle this messy closet. So, in the same way, we have our own inhibitions. In our mind, we have our own fears. We feel that, oh, waking up early is such a task. Going to the gym is such a task. Doing meditation is such a task. Of course, dieting is such a task. But as long as I don't venture into it, as long as I don't come out of my comfort zone and actually take it up as a task, I will never understand how tough or easy it is. So I need to get into it. So that is the reason why we need to give it a chance. We need to try and practice it. We need to get into it, and then alone it will become habit. And once it becomes a habit, believe me, it doesn't leave you. It sticks on to you. The discipline sticks on to you. The self-control will stick on to you. It becomes a habit because you gave that amount of time and effort to make it a habit in your life. So always remember, try and practice it for whatever number of days, and you will see it becoming a habit. I hope you liked today's video on self-control. I just discussed the most practical and easy ways that can help us in exercising self-control in life. If you like this video, then please hit that like button down there, and also please feel free to comment in the comment section. I would love to see your feedback and understand. And if you have any more ideas through which we can exercise self-control in life, then please do consider to share it in the comment section below. And until next time, stay positive, be happy, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.